Hello, people on the video. This is day 2 of Trig review. We ended at number 17. We're starting at number 18, and I think we're going to try to get through 30. 29 and 30 are doozies because that's the law of sines and the law of cosines. So if we can get them over and done with today, that would be great. And then all we'll have to do is like the 10 tomorrow, all right? I'm going to be gone tomorrow, but this will be, you'll play it in class, okay? Starting with 18, this is all trig stuff. This is the start of like right triangle trig, SOHCAHTOA. Yes, ma'am.
My calculator needs some batteries.
She's dead. Go in my desk, the top drawer on the right side if you're sitting at my desk. See if there are batteries in there. Okay. There should be like in a little clear container, there's AAAs. Okay. All right, starting with 18. Find the value.
Oh, no, the cards can you use them?
No. You can use your unit circle and this packet, and that is all. No. No. 18. Find the values of the 6 trig functions for angle theta. So we're doing sine of theta, cosine of theta, tangent of theta. Fill these in, be quiet.
Oh my god.
Oh, why am I cutting out so bad? I'm sorry, I don't know what's happening. There we go. Okay, I'll just not mess with it. Okay. All right, sine, cosine, tangent, cosecant, secant, cotangent. Here we go. Those are the 6 trig functions that we need. Put SOHCAHTOA at the top of your paper if you need to.
I cannot do this with you. Whoa.
All right, find the values of the 6 trig functions. 3, 4 lies on the terminal side, so we have to plot it.
No way.
Yeah. It's in the first quadrant. 3 over 4 up. We have a triangle that looks like this.
How do you know what? Slight problem. I don't have my units. Oh, right.
3 over 4 up. Okay. We do have to find the hypotenuse, but we know it's 5. So if you need to use the Pythagorean theorem, you can. So there it is. It may not come out nicely, and if it doesn't, leave it as the square root of whatever, right? So if it's the square root of 27, leave it as the square root of 27 or whatever. Okay. All right. So this is my triangle. Theta lives right here in the middle. Okay. And if we want to label theta, which side is the opposite side? 4. Hypotenuse is 5. Adjacent is 3. So SOH. What's OH?
4 over 5.
4 over 5. Okay, that means cosecant is 5 over 4. All right, cosine. Adjacent over hypotenuse?
3 over 5.
3, 5. 5, 3. And tangent, OA. 4 thirds? 3, 4. Yep, there they are. That's all 6 trig functions.
Me bad. You bad?
Okay, good?
Great.
Moving on. All right, I'll scroll down. 19. Nope, it's not. Nope, it's not. Nope, it's not. It's a right triangle, so we can use SOHCAHTOA again. B is 13, so label him as 13. A is 76, and they want us to find little a. So this is what we're solving for. We do not care about C at all.
Adjacent.
Okay, so in relationship to 76, A is opposite, 13 is adjacent.
Tangent of 76
Okay,
equals A over 13.
opposite over adjacent, A over 13. Okay, so when the 13 is on the bottom like that,
Multiply by 13.
multiply 13. Practice typing it in. 13. And give me 1 decimal place.
52.1.
52.1. And that is side A. Let's see if that seems appropriate. Whew, that's really different than little a or little b. 52.1 versus 13. Why are those so different from one another?
Look at how freaking look at the angle.
Yeah, 70. If this angle's 76, what is this angle over here? Like 14 degrees. 14 is opposite of 13 and 76 is opposite of 52. Yes, so that is actually correct. 52.1 seems really big compared to 13, but that's why. Okay, 52.1, there you go, that's it. All right, find angle theta, and don't say here it is. Here is angle theta, and we are trying to find it, okay? They're giving us 3 and they're giving us 4, and 3 is opposite and 4 is hypotenuse, so we're going to use sine. And Emma just said sine of theta equals.
3 divided by 4.
We do opposite over hypotenuse, which is 3 over 4. And then if I'm solving for angle theta, I have to use the inverse of 3 over 4. Type it in. Make sure that you are in degrees. Theta is going to be something.
48.6.
6.
Oh, not that good.
48.6 degrees. Okay,
That's
perfect.
What I get.
What are we supposed to be in here?
You're supposed to be in degrees.
I am.
You're supposed to be
Oh,
in
what?
degrees.
Sorry. I love summer. There we
Supposed to
go.
be in degrees. There you go. 48.6. Okay,
I just spelled degrees.
Man, I can't wait.
21.
I know.
Why are you spelling it?
Moving along. You guys gotta listen.
Give it a central. I'm listening.
Given a central angle, so here's my circle
Whoa!
of 40
You have
degrees.
gummies in his house. It's like a 3D. Or I mean a
40 degrees is about, I don't know, about there. 40 degrees.
This is fun.
Okay, 40 degrees. Find the length of the intercepted arc. So I want to find this guy right here. Okay, that's like finding the circumference, right? Circumference is all the way around, and circumference is 2 pi r. They tell me the radius is 15.
So,
So
we're gonna set up a
if I
proportion.
find, no, if I find, I mean, not really a
Yes,
proportion, no. No.
No.
So,
Because it's 306 degrees with 40 degrees, and it's 40 out. Whatever
Kelsey.
that is. with
okay,
the rest of it.
okay, hold on.
That's
So the entire circumference, if I plug in 15, the entire circumference would be 30 pi, yeah?
It's 190.
That's all the way around. But I only want 40 degrees of it, and 40 out of 360, which is 1/9 if you want to reduce it. So, that's not a proportion though, darling.
It is how I set it up.
'Kay.
Amateur.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, that's
Okay, that's fine. So 30 pi times
One. Can you just reduce
40 over 360. You can reduce it all you want. I don't care. Whatever.
10.5.
As long as you get 10.5 inches as your answer. I don't care how you do it. You just have to get 10.5.
Yup.
Oh, I have to do it.
Hang on,
Okay.
Hold your horse. Pause. 40.
I'm going to get number 22 set up.
Are we gonna get to 30 today?
Wait.
If you guys be quiet
Sit
and
still
listen.
For a little bit.
Okay?
Uh-oh.
Okay, 22. Circle these words. Find the length of the intercepted arc. Okay, there's a difference between finding the arc length and finding the area. So circle those key words because these problems are going to look similar to each other on the test, but that's how you know what you're doing. Area in this case. And we're doing a central angle of 70 degrees. 70 degrees is a little bit more. So I'm going to do 70 degrees here. This is what we're doing. 1.4 is the radius in centimeters. Okay? So we're doing area now. And if we're doing area of the whole circle, it would be pi r squared, right?
R squared.
Pi r squared. But r is 1.4. So the area of the whole thing, whatever that is, right? 1.4
1.96 pi.
squared is 1.96 pi. It would be the area of the entire thing. But I only want 70 degrees of it.
So 1.9.
So 70 over 360, 1.9 times pi.
I did not get that. What are you doing?
That was easy, Kelsey.
1.2.
Same thing. 1.2. Yeah.
1.2 centimeters squared.
That is literally. Wait, what is it? You're on
Because we're doing area. Okay? So, if you're confused, the last two problems.
I know, I'm saying.
If you're confused, the last two problems. Here we were doing area, so we're filling this in. We're finding like the area of that slice. Okay? These two problems are very similar. One is just finding the length of the arc, so we're doing circumference times the angle over 360. This one is area times the angle over 360. Okay? Very similar to each other, so make sure that you distinguish between which one is which. This one says intercepted arc. This one says area. Okay? Confused? Are we okay?
Just don't move yet.
Just a
Oh,
little.
Okay.
No,
Hurry
you're
up.
fine.
We're never going to get done. Come on.
Hurry!
Yeah,
Determine the.
We gotta
whether
go.
the following
Okay, are you writing this down? Okay?
I
What you need? All right. Okay. But are you going to on the test? Is the
Yeah,
problem.
it's easy. I can do
All right,
it.
23 is easy. Determine whether the following function is a periodic function.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
If so,
Yes.
state the period.
6. Yep. 6, yeah.
6.
Like this chunk repeats over and over again. It's like copy paste, right? If it's not copy paste
Then no.
exactly, then it's not a periodic function. So yes, the period equals 6.
I'm really good at copying.
Yeah, give us a ton of those, right?
I'm just lying.
Okay, it has to be copy paste exactly that way.
The period is how far between?
Actually,
Like,
actually-
Before it restarts.
Is before it restarts. from start to finish before, like what chunk I would need to copy paste. What is happening here?
I love you, Mom.
Did you tell him?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Here we go. Next. This is when it gets hard, folks. Here we go.
That's silly.
This is the hard part. This is the hard part. Okay. We're graphing cosine of x, but we're doing it between 5 pi and 7 pi. You'll have a problem like this. It may not be cosine. So we're going to add the graphs on the side here.
Aren't they on the back of our
They're on the back of your unit circle.
So do
Okay.
we have to add on this?
So normal cosine. What does normal cosine look like?
Up at 1.
Starts up at 1, right?
Do we have to write these if there are graphs already?
Oh, yeah, this
G-A-Y.
You don't. Well, just wait. Just do this part. Okay?
I don't
2 pi is here. 1 pi is here. And that's this is 1. This is negative 1. Okay, if you guys are not going to listen, I'm just wasting my time and you can fill this out by yourself. Like, honestly, I want to get done with this because I have like 2 more lessons to record before tomorrow. I would like to get that done. Be quiet and listen. This is the graph of cosine, but we are only graphing between 5 pi and 7 pi. Okay? So, 1 pi, it's down here at the bottom. 2 pi, it's up here. 3 pi, it's going to be back down here at the bottom. 4 pi, 5 pi, it's back down here at the bottom, right? 6 pi, it's back up here. 7 pi, it's going to be back down here. So, between 5 and 7 pi, it does this. Does that make sense? We're like mapping it out. So, I'm going to go over here to my actual one. And I'm going to do like, you don't have to do one of those, but you can. I'm going to do 5 pi is here. 7 pi is here. I'll do 6 pi in the middle. And we know it goes down at negative 1, up to positive 1, and he's going to start down.
At negative 1.
And he's going to be up to 1 at 6 pi, and then he's going to go back down at 7 pi. I'm going to make 2 more dots.
Wait, he's up to 1 at 6 pi?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because if he's starting down at 5 pi, he's got to be back down at 7 pi in order to make one full cycle. I'm going to go here is a dot, and here is a dot. I'm going to put those in the middle there.
Do we have to label it the in-between?
No. Not necessarily, no. Label your start and your finish, but
I have a blue eraser.
make him look like that, okay? That's what he will look like between 5 pi and 7 pi.
Great.
That's what cosine looks like. Okay, now on the test, I may make you graph sine or I may make you graph tangent. Do you want me to put those on this part or do you want to just get them off of your unit circle because they're already there? Unit circle is fine? Okay, so keep in mind that's where they're at, right? Okay, go to the back side. Number 25. These are the hard ones. We're writing a sine function. It has an amplitude of 1/2 and a period of pi. Woo! Okay, y equals a sine of bx minus c plus d. Okay, amplitude is 1/2. What does that affect? A. This is 1/2, right? It just plops in there. But the period is pi. The period has to do with b, except pi doesn't go in that spot. To find the period, I do 2 pi divided by b. So if I know that the period is pi, I'm saying pi is equal to 2 pi over b. Does that make sense? And I have to find the b. Okay? So I can switch places with these two. And b is equal to 2 pi over pi. So b is 2. Okay? So, writing the whole thing out, y equals,
Where'd you get that pie?
Half sine.
they tell me that the period is pi.
Half sine.
Half sine,
2. So you're switching.
Why do you add?
2x.
So you say that B is equal.
That's it.
And that's it, because we don't have anything else. They're just giving us those two things, so that's all we fill in, right? And you can put parentheses around the 2x if you want to, or you don't have to.
Here's the thing is that I don't know how to do the other ones like the C.
Okay, well, we're going to do it in the next one.
Just wait.
Okay? All right, maybe it's a good idea to do like amplitude over here. Amplitude is just A. Period is 2 pi divided by B. Unless it's tangent, then it's just pi divided by B. The phase shift, which is the horizontal shift, is negative C divided by B. And the vertical shift is just D. Just D. Okay, so A and D are the easiest ones to do because it's just those numbers, right?
A and D.
Alright.
A and D.
Let's get it.
That's how you find those. All right, here we go. 26. State the rule for secant if it's stretched vertically by a factor of 3. What does that affect? Stretched vertically by a factor of 3. D is moving it up and down. That's not. This is stretched vertically up and down. So it's doing this.
Amp.
Amplitude is now 3. That's just a fancy way of saying your amplitude is 3. You've stretched it vertically. It's going like higher and lower. Amplitude is 3. And shifted pi over 2 units to the left.
C.
That's my phase shift. Phase shift is pi over 2 to the left. So it's minus pi over 2 to the left. Okay? So now we've got f of t equals, and we've got to do secant. All right? But the 3 is going to go
3 secant.
here. All right,
Why
if
are
my
you putting F of t?
phase shift,
Because it says that.
because that's what it says right here.
Yeah, dummy.
Okay, 3 goes there. If my phase shift is negative pi over 2, I have to find C. Ugh.
So it's 2.
Really, if my period's not changed and we're going left pi over 2, it's just plus pi over 2,
What? I don't get that.
right?
Because it's opposite inside of it.
It's opposite inside of the parentheses. We're not changing the period at all, so we can just say plus pi over 2. Done,
Girl.
right? The phase shift is minus pi over 2, so we put it in parentheses. It has to be the opposite sign. This just says left pi over 2, okay?
Okay.
Look at your answer when you get done with that. Does this reflect a vertical stretch of 3?
Yes.
Does this move it to the left pi over 2? Yes.
We don't
Like
have to
all
do
of those
any,
things
like,
are correct.
plugging in for the negative b over c or anything.
I don't think so.
Like that.
Okay. List the transformations that change regular sign into this. So all we have to do is say what does the 3 do? What does the plus 2 do?
Amplitude is 3.
So amplitude is 3,
And then
Vertical shift.
or you can
Two.
say and
Up
vertical shift. So up 2. That's it. Okay.
Next.
Good.
Good, good.
Happy with that?
Yep.
Okay. 28. State the amplitude, period, phase shift, vertical shift. This is all of them, right? So let's list them all out.
2.
Hold on. Amplitude,
Let's just
period.
do
I'm just
vertical
listing them all out.
shift is
Phase
down
shift, vertical shift. The easiest ones to do are amplitude, vertical shift. I just heard Kelsey do them. Amplitude is 2. Vertical shift is
negative 5.
down 5. Right? Vertical shift down 5. Okay.
Period.
Then period. To do period, it's 2 pi divided by b. What is b?
2.
So 2 pi over 2. So the new period is
Pi.
pi because we canceled it out. Right? The phase shift is negative c over b.
Negative pi over pi.
Negative pi over b we just found was pi.
Negative 1.
So negative pi over pi, so the phase shift is negative 1.
Crazy.
Wait a second. Wait a second. Wait a second. Wrong. Wrong.
Oh.
Why?
B is not pi. B is 2. Ah,
Pi.
B is not pi. So,
B is 2.
yeah, B is the 2 right here. The
So negative
phase,
pi
the
over
period
two.
was pi, but the B was actually 2. So, phase shift is negative c over b, negative pi over 2, so negative pi over 2. That's left pi over 2.
Okay, let's solve this triangle here.
Okay, happy with that?
No.
Holy cow, we're almost done, guys.
Shut up.
2 more.
What?
Kelsey, that is
What?
so bad.
2 more. Let's go.
Dang. But these 2 are probably the longest 2 of the whole
You gotta
day.
be kidding me. Can
Okay.
we just not then?
No.
We are not almost done, dude.
Yeah.
We have 2
We have 2 left. That's all we're doing today is 30, right?
No.
Because then we have, do you have 40 or 45 questions?
We have 45.
45.
We have
40? So we only have 10 tomorrow. That's fine.
No.
Yes.
Yeah, and the 10 tomorrow are
Can we do
matrices
one
and...
No.
No.
Can we do more
Can
days?
it?
Been outvoted.
You just wait till we're done with 29:30. You'll be ready to be done.
Kelsey wins
Okay?
the impossible.
Solve the triangle. So that means find all of the things. A, B, C, and little a, little b, little c. You do not necessarily have to draw a picture of what this thing looks like, right? We don't really care. We're just going to fill in all our information. So 40 degrees, 59 degrees, and C is 14.
That's my mouth.
'Kay.
idiot.
Here we go.
Farted.
what can we do
Yeah, I
first?
farted on
Yeah.
it. 50.
We can figure out capital
81.
C, right? Add these together, that's 99, and subtract from
81.
180, 81 degrees. Beautiful. Okay? All right, now we have to find just little a and little b, and
Let's
that's
do
it.
law
Okay?
signs.
So can we do law of sines?
Yes.
Law of sines is the easier one. I'm gonna write over here. Law of sines. We'll write law of cosines down on the next problem. Okay. Law of sines is sine A over A equals sine B over B. Right? We know that.
Yeah.
Okay. So in this case, we're gonna use the only group that we have, which is C's. Right? So starting with sine of what? 81 over 14 equals sine of, which one do you want to find? A? You want to find B? 59 over B. Okay? All right, can I zoom in? Are we good? Okay, we're going to cross multiply now. So 14 times sine of 59. What is that?
Just multiply and divide.
Okay? 14 sine of 59 divided by sine 81 is what you're doing. Okay? I'm going to write out all my work. So if you're one of those people that has to have all your work, I'm going to write it out for you. If you don't want to skip this step, you can. B sine of 81. Okay? So
12.1.
I'm going to divide by sine 81.
I'm dyslexic. I just wrote 21.
So all you're doing is 14 sine 59 divided by sine 81. What'd you get for B?
He's so quirky.
Dyslexia.
12.1? Okay. All right, so there's all the work written out if you want to.
Just go in there and
12.1.
59 put 40.
Okay, now here's the deal. Hold on. I've had people in the past that are like, can we do the Pythagorean theorem? Because then we have two sides and we have to find A. Can we do it? Can we?
Oh, it's not a right triangle.
It's not a right triangle, so we can't do that. So we're going to set up this same thing again, but Emma just said instead of doing sine 59, we're going to do sine of 40 here. So we're just going to change this guy out. Okay? Sine 81 over 14 equals sine of, what do we have? 40 over A now instead. So cross multiply these guys. 14 sine 40 equals A times sine of 81. And if we're trying to solve for A,
Divide by.
You could have just gone into your calculator.
I know, you can. If you have it all typed in all at one shot, you can do that. I don't care. A equals 9.1. Okay. All right, let's look at our final answer and make sure that we're happy with it. Okay, 9.1. All right. How do you check that to see if it seems reasonable?
Is the smallest side with the smallest angle?
Is the smallest side with the smallest angle? Is the biggest side with the biggest angle? Yeah, that's consistent. So I know at least I got that part right. You know, like it seems reasonable as an answer. Okay, that one's done. 29 is done. 30 is going to be a little harder.
Because it's law of cosine.
Because it's law of cosines. Here we go. And it's the hard law of cosines. It's not the easy one. A, B, C.
A, B, C.
And little a, little b, little c.
Okay, now give me that big equation because I don't remember it.
32, 38, 46. Do you know this?
We just did this in physics.
Law of cosines. Here it is.
I just did it.
A squared equals b squared plus c squared minus 2bc cosine of a. Now, the thing to remember is that the 2bc cosine a is attached to each other, so be careful of that. All right, a squared is 32 squared equals 38 squared plus 46 squared minus 2 times 38 times 46 times cosine of a. I'm running out of room. Okay, lots of work. This is hard because we got to unwind it, right? We got to undo it.
I'm done.
She's done. All right. So I'm going to write out all my steps. You can skip steps if you want to, but I don't trust it because then you make mistakes. So 32 squared is 1024. 38 squared is 1444. 46 squared is 2116 minus 2 times 38 times 46 is 3496 cosine of a. Okay, now I've gotten all my stuff done. What do I do now? What?
Subtract those over.
I'm gonna add these two together right here. These two. Okay. So I don't know. 1444 plus 3560. Yep. 3560. Okay, now what? Can I add this guy? Can I add this guy to this guy?
Subtract that.
No. You got to subtract
Subtract
the
it over.
3560 and you will end up with a negative number. That's what you want to have happen.
Both are negative.
Okay? This is negative 2536
Yeah.
equals negative 3496 times cosine of A.
Divide that over.
Now we divide because it's times cosine of A, so we have to do the opposite. So divided by negative 3496,
Arc cosine.
and I get 0.7254 dot 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 dot, right?
Yeah.
Equals cosine of A. Now,
Arc cosine.
to get A by itself, you do arc cosine, so inverse cosine of this number, whatever that is, right? And I'm going to do inverse cosine of the answer, so I have all of the decimal places out.
43.5.
43.5.
This is not working when I'm plugging this in.
It's because
What are you
you're in
chewing on?
radians, so
I did not.
yeah.
43.5. What? Are you in radians?
Okay.
Yeah, no.
So
No,
then
okay.
it goes sine
There's wha- it's not work- like, I don't know why.
32
Negative 2 times B, 38, times
These are the
46.
final ones. 38 sine.
What are you doing?
43.5
My answer's like a huge number.
divided
And then it
by-
won't let me take the arc cosine and send domain.
Oh, dang.
32.
Did you do the whole problem out? You did, and you got an answer?
Then arc
For everything,
that
yeah.
Okay,
way.
let's see. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
Wait.
And I
Okay,
get
so now we have law of
Sine.
sines.
0.8 degrees.
Sine of 43.5 over 32 equals
Sine B over
sine B over 38.
38 sine.
180.
Okay, these two multiply together.
Divide by 32.
81.
Yep, and then I'm going to divide by 32. So 38
That's right.
sine 43.5. I'm writing out all my work if you want it. 32 sine of B. So we're going to divide by 32.
And then arc.
Okay?
Arc.
So sine of B. I'm writing out all my work. If you want to skip steps, you can. I don't care. That's fine.
54.8.
Yeah.
I did
And
it.
then subtract from 180
That-
is 81.7.
38 sine. I'm way
And
behind.
you know
Sorry,
what?
guys.
She's gonna tell us to look
You are
and make
going
sure the
so
biggest
slow.
angles go with the
What'd you get
biggest
for B
size.
now?
I sure am, darling. 0.8174, and then you do inverse sine.
Look,
81.7.
he tried to tell me that this is the only
B
piece I still
is
have.
54.8.
And I take all this off because this is the only one I haven't used.
So 54.8.
I didn't even take it out of your.
And then I'm going to add and subtract from 180.
And he
81.7.
Oh, let me
Not-
say this.
I did
Guys,
not
be
even-
quiet.
Claim it.
I take them all the way off.
I did not even touch it.
Yeah,
If I
you
add and
did.
subtract from 180, I get
You're right.
81.7
I
degrees.
use that in physics.
Okay, does the biggest one go with the biggest
Yeah.
side? The smallest angle goes with the small side.
Unless
Good.
I did it
Are we done for the day?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
But I did not even. I literally swear I used that.